Hey there ladies and gents, it's Polydeuces, and here I am to inform, advertise, and support for some really great manga for you all. Before we get into the thick of it, let's not turn this into a debate of which is better. Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece all have their respective fans, some of which freely intermingle with one another without flaming. I got this inspiration from lore, or as you may know it, lore in a minute, so don't congratulate me for my stunning unique ingenuity. Let it begin. Naruto is set in the world of ninja using the shadows and their ninja tools to battle one another and the forces of evil. Using both chakra and their insane physical prowess, these ninjas amount to having some outrageous strength. Beginning with this tragic and violent attack of the nine-tailed fox, a fox demon composed entirely of hate and chakra, this story spirals down to focus on an incompetent youngster named Naruto. What's the catch? This evil fox is trapped inside of him. Teamed up with his teacher Kakashi and his soon-to-be best friend Sakura and Sasuke, Naruto ventures into the world to make a name for himself. With one goal in mind, Naruto hopes to one day become Hokage, the leader of his village and a great symbol of respect and strength across all the land. From the evil ninjas to eviler ninjas, Naruto soon discovers himself a target of the Akatsuki, an evil organization bent on capturing all the Kyuubi, people who play host to one of the 9 great chakra beasts like the nine-tailed fox. Beyond this, his best friend betrays the village in an effort to become stronger so that he may one day kill his own brother. Sasuke joins the evil ninjas but finds his pursuer to be Naruto, the one friend who will never give up. This manga promises the action, emotion, and love interests to keep everyone staying until the very end. Pause. Ninjas, chakra, magical chakra beasts composed of hatred and malice, that's fun stuff, but only the starter for the rest of the story. From sages to Sharingan, and friends to foes, Naruto is a great tale for those of great imagination and the willingness to open their eyes. Open their eyes? Well, that happens to apply to One Piece and Bleach as well. Second up, Bleach is a modern-day fantasy focusing on the rift between the living and not. Soul Reapers, or Shinigami, are warriors of the dead who ferry spirits across to the afterworld. While fighting off the evil hollows, ghosts who are in fact fallen spirits who weren't saved by the Shinigami, these Shinigami are also spirits who live in the afterworld. The catch for this great story is the main character is a living human. Ichigo, following some very strange happenstances, finds himself becoming a Shinigami. Having to carry out their missions, he's guided by his great friend Rukia, and soon realizes that the well of power that Shinigamis draw from is a very deep one. Forced to venture not just across his own world, but into the afterworld as well, called by the Shinigami as the Soul Society, Ichigo and his friends soon discover just how complicated their lives will be. From Bankai to Hollowification to Ascension, Ichigo experiences it all as his power reaches extreme heights just to protect his friends and family. Without any deep focus on romance, Bleach powerfully delivers the action and emotion, as well as the connection to all of its characters. No romance? Well, brace yourselves for the romance dawn. One Piece in all its glory. One Piece is an extremely long-running manga that still keeps reeling in the fans. The meat-loving Luffy starts out as a little pirate wannabe surrounded by his friends the red-haired pirates who will one day become prominent figures in the story. After a few years, Luffy comes of age and ventures out on a tiny boat to become the captain of his very own pirate ship. His crew grows quickly in their bonds just as fast as they venture across the ocean in search of One Piece, the classic treasure claimed by the Pirate King, a man who had lived 20 years previous and was the first to completely sail the entire sea. Devil Fruit, a strange magical fruit that grants its consumer an incredibly powerful trait. Luffy has consumed one such fruit, and the consequence is the complete inability to swim in water. What a horrible weakness for Sailor of the Seas. From Zoro the Swordsman to Usopp the Coward, Luffy eventually amasses a pirate crew of wacky and powerful individuals. The world government constantly pastes faces on the town bounty boards, making Luffy and his crew even bigger targets. While competing with all the other pirates of the ocean to reach its end and ultimately claim One Piece, Luffy intends to win. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. All those stories sound great, but they're all long-winded, especially One Piece. If you're looking to read these stories from their beginnings, get ready for a bumpy ride. Here's my 2 cents on their strengths and weaknesses. Naruto seems more amateur than its other 2 competitors. It's full of spirit and incredible adventures, no doubt, but the overall skill in delivering the story seems patchy at times. It's somewhat predictable what's going to happen. However, Naruto also builds a great relationship in its characters. Naruto himself is the type of guy that can befriend anyone, including his readers. That just makes us want to vote for him all the more. Bleach is built like that of Dragon Ball Z. Ichigo, like Goku, can seemingly win every fight he's in, regardless of how bleak it looks. This loses a bit of the personality of the character for me. I like to see the loss is something that the main character can experience. However, Bleach is designed perfectly for those who like heroes. Ichigo shows up at the last second to save his friends and always comes through for them. The speed that he gets stronger is a great inspiration for readers who may have their own personal real-life struggles going on. Now, One Piece is long. Extremely long. Extremely. It takes several real-time months for one tiny arc to pass in the story. If you're up to date on the manga and like to see things happen, it can sometimes be torture. However, One Piece is extremely adventurous and open-ended, meaning anyone can sit down and marvel at all the what-ifs in the story. Because of its own weakness, One Piece has been able to greatly strengthen the relationship with its characters and its story. What do I like more? That's not a question I'd like to answer, or it'll destroy the point of this video. I've read them all, from beginning to most recent. I've watched all the anime, from beginning to most recent. If you like this sort of video, I'm sure I can find something to cover in the future in a similar manner. For the time being, however, why don't you click one of these links and go see some of the supporters of the manga that I follow.